Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After Gabby completed a business conversation outside the Brady pub, she stumbled into JJ. The two exchanged pleasantries, and then Gabby asked JJ whether he had found out why EJ had withdrawn the accusations against Kat. JJ stunned Gabby by admitting that Chad had been behind Kat's release. JJ stated he told Chad he wouldn't tell anyone the rationale behind Chad's actions. Since JJ sensed that Chad was making a significant mistake, he chose to confide with Gabby about Clyde's leverage. Gabby was astonished that EJ had gone along with Chad's request, but JJ ascribed EJ's response to family loyalty. Gabby worried if Clyde wanted to kill Kat. JJ didn't believe Chad would let that happen. He implied that Kat might still have a hold over Chad. Gabby questioned him if he believed Kat's assertion that she had just been working with Clyde to find her mother. JJ wasn't sure if he believed Kat, but he didn't trust her. JJ brought up the prospect that Kat could still be acting as a double agent for Clyde. Gabby questioned JJ on what he would do about his theories. JJ apologized for dumping all of the information on Gabby and acknowledged that he felt he couldn't talk about it with anybody else. He didn't want to lay further burdens on his parents, and he feared that Steve might go rogue. As a professional cop, JJ believed it was on him to find it out and keep Chad safe. Gabby offered her help with everything that JJ needed. She said that she missed Abigail and wanted her to rest in peace. Gabby also relished the idea of harming Clyde since he had played a part in destroying her life. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soaps? Join the debate on our SC forums. Click here to interact with fans and get into discussions immediately. JJ thanked Gabby for the offer and the support. She cordially wished him well and left. At the Horton house, Chad entered the living room and exchanged heated words with Kat. She reminded him that they were on the same side, and he testily retorted, "For now." Just as Kat wondered aloud why Clyde had not called Chad yet, Chad got a phone call from Clyde. During the call, Chad said that he had deceived Kat into believing he had forgiven her. As he stared at Kat, he told Clyde that Kat had no idea he planned to hand her over to Clyde. Chad informed Clyde he understood the instructions and hung up. Kat scolded him for referring to her as an idiot and questioned whether he believed that about her. Chad acknowledged that while he could say plenty of harsh things about her, idiot was not one of them. When Kat asked what Clyde had instructed, Chad deadpanned that Clyde wanted them to become Mr. and Mrs. DiMera again. He quickly added that Clyde only wanted them to check into a hotel under their married names. Kat was uncomfortable with the plan and insinuated it might all be a setup on Clyde's behalf. Chad maintained that they had no choice but to follow through. Kat recalled him how he had lashed out at her for going along with Clyde's intentions. She expressed annoyance with having played Clyde's game for so long. "It's time we play one of our own," she proposed. Kat detailed a strategy to Chad wherein they would acquire two decoys to masquerade as them and check into the hotel. Chad thought the plan had promise but worried where they would find two people prepared to risk their lives to help. Kat recommended her brother, and Chad reminded her that Mark was in jail. Kat defended the virtues of getting her brother released, but Chad shut down the idea. Kat wondered who she and Chad could enlist for help in place of Mark. On cue, JJ walked inside. Chad told him about Clyde's call and about Kat's plan. JJ quickly said, "I'm in." Chad balked at first, but JJ said he wanted to help. Chad added they'd need a Mrs. DiMera, and JJ hinted he had someone in mind. In Horton Town Square, Kate and Bon greeted each other. Bonnie instantly launched into a diatribe about the new lady whistleblower in town who had disclosed spoilers for Body and Soul in the column. Kate was angered at the news, but Bonnie told her that Leo had gone to address the guilty. Bonnie and Kate sat down at a table and commiserated about the potential impact of the spoiler leak on the show's launch. Kate wanted to find out who was responsible for the leaks as well as the cupcakes, and Bonnie claimed that she might know who had poisoned the sweets. Bonnie conveyed her idea that Hattie had sent the cupcakes in retribution for having been dismissed. Kate wanted to go to the police with the tip. Bonnie thought Kate should have Lady Whistleblower locked up, too. Kate laughed that leaking soap opera storylines was not a crime, but Bonnie remarked that it was spoiling in the first degree. Leo, Greg Ricard, addressed Javi, Al Calderon, about Lady Whistleblower. Image source, Peacock. Leo, Greg Ricard, addressed Javi, Al Calderon, about Lady Whistleblower. Image source, Peacock. At the Gabby Chic office, Javi attempted to hug Leo but was taken shocked when Leo pulled him away. Leo called Javi dishonorable and contemptible for what he had done. When a perplexed Javi asked what he had reportedly done, Leo shouted at him to quit the act and referred to Javi as Lady Whistleblower. Javi acted as if he didn't know who Lady Whistleblower was, so Leo aggressively filled him in on Leo's old career as a gossip columnist and the writer's seeming reappearance as a spoiler for Body and Soul. When Javi incredulously inquired if Leo felt Javi did the write-up, Leo snapped back, "I know you did." Leo reminded Javi that he had spotted Javi on Leo's laptop, and Javi claimed that he had just been prepared to watch the show with Leo. He couldn't believe Leo would think he cared enough about the stupid storylines to divulge them, and Leo took issue at Javi's obvious insult of his profession. Leo also brought up Javi's comment about needing to find other work, but Javi said he had only been talking about taking up a second gig as a bartender. Javi emphasized that he hadn't written the column. An unsatisfied Leo stated he never should have trusted Javi. Leo regretted how he believed he had finally met someone he had a connection with and who he could trust. Javi stated he'd felt the same way, but Leo didn't want to hear it. Javi questioned Leo if he honestly thought the sole reason he had slept with Leo was to steal secrets from Leo's laptop. Leo recognized that the concept seemed strange, but he believed it could be the only explanation. A frustrated Javi then responded, "I confess." Javi jokingly described the chain of circumstances that had driven him to apparently do the deed, starting with his mother dying. Javi completed his diatribe by stating, "The only mistake I made was falling for a world-class jerk." He talked about the instant connection he'd felt with Leo and mentioned all of Leo's great traits. Javi had even dreamt about having sex with Leo on the desk. A wide-eyed Leo asked, "You were?" Javi clarified that given Leo's behavior, "I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole ever again." Leo tried to explain himself, but Javi demanded he go out of the office. A stricken Leo ultimately complied. Alone, Javi looked back to his first meeting with Leo. He pulled Leo's number up on his phone. When Gabby returned to the office, however, Javi told her that Leo and he were done. He erased Leo's contact information. Later, Leo ran into Bonnie in the square. She asked him how his confrontation had gone. An unhappy Leo said, "I think I made a big mistake." At the police station, Rafe stopped by Jada's office. Jada asked him whether he had contemplated quitting the force. Rafe stated he'd merely come to return something and put his revolver on her desk. Jada remarked that he could have passed the gun over to her at home.